I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable.
Well, we've got to hand it to Kathleen Kennedy. She definitely knows how to pick him. She chose the absolute perfect individual to direct her self-insert character, REY, in the brand new Star Wars film. Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy. Oh, good golly gosh. This woman apparently loves making men feel uncomfortable. It's her aim. She genuinely loves it. This is her own words. You check it out.
I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable.
And there we go. So, again, the meme just keeps on memeing. Star Wars, I was going to say, South Park was right.
Fuck Indiana Jones, put a chick in it and make her name it gay!
So anyway, let's dive into this today, ladies and gents. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Star Wars, Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy. I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable. I think what's so funny about this, right, is there's a little bit later dialogue that's, as part of this clip, where she starts to talk about looking in the mirror. I like to look men in the eye, make them feel uncomfortable. You got to challenge yourself, have difficult conversations. This coming from a left-wing activist who I'm sure if you said, hey, what's a woman? She'd shit a brick and run a mile. I mean, the hypocrisy of these individuals is absolutely staggering. It never ceases to amaze me. It genuinely never ceases to amaze me. The fact that you can sit there, claim to want uncomfortable conversations. No, you want conversations where you can dictate the narrative. That's the difference, love. That is the difference. But it's not gonna stop them, is it? So, like I said, Kathleen Kennedy has genuinely chosen the absolute right person for the job here. So this is all from 2015, by the way. Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, the director of the REY film, made it clear that she likes to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable. So this is during an appearance at the Women in the World Summit alongside fellow insufferable activist and director Ava DuVernay, who now basically doesn't have a career, and actress Meryl Streep. Obaid-Chinoy was asked by an activist host, Jon Stewart, as an activist and an artist, do you make the calculation, who is my target? You talked a little bit about I want women to watch this and I want them to feel empowered and I want my daughter to have heroes. I couldn't help but notice a thread through each of these, that men were assholes. That is absolutely what you should be teaching children. Men are assholes. No, men will protect you when you really do need it. Men will protect you. You fucking dumb bitch, honestly. Anyway, and I'm wondering, as one of them, what is the balance of activating a force for change, but also trying to permeate that patriarchy, that power structure? What power structure? Weren't men, young men, people are so power hungry and war hungry, it's insane. And I always say war is nothing but despair for men. What patriarchy, what power structure do men have? What, they're thrown away, tossed to one side in the sort of droves and gutters of war? You absolute scum. It's beyond me, these people. And is that a part of the calculation of your art as well? And what's been the reaction to that? Oh, clapping seals, of course. So Obaid-Chinoy said, oh, absolutely, I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable. It's important to be able to look into the eyes of a man and say, I am here. We know you're here because you have the most ludicrous dress sense and you're probably the most repugnant bitch. You enter a room and go, look at me, look at me. And recognise that. Oh, yeah, so what? You're just a narcissist? And recognise that I'm working to bring something that makes you uncomfortable because you need to change your attitude. Love. You need to change your attitude. Men need to change their attitude. Piss off. Piss off. And it's only when you're uncomfortable, when you're shifty, when you have to have difficult conversations, that you'll perhaps look at yourself in the mirror and not like the reflection, and then maybe there is something wrong with the way I think, and maybe there is something wrong with the way I'm addressing this issue. But you don't do that to yourself, do you? You don't sit there and have the uncomfortable conversations that maybe you're actually adding to toxicity. Now, I don't subscribe to sort of, toxic masculinity. I just don't at all. I think that's an absurd notion. But do you not think that by the very virtue of this kind of conversation that you're having here to the world, right? Women in the world, it's a whole thing. Do you not think by that very virtue you are adding to toxicity and you're making yourself out to be an absolute arsehole? Do you not think? No, of course you don't. Because you don't practice what you preach. Calm down. Oh, calm down. Got to calm down. This woman is such an arsehole. I really dislike her. During her appearance at the Most Powerful Women Summit in 2015, Kathleen Kennedy said, "I think the interesting path we've had is the conversation that took place around consumer products, because there were a lot of companies that were in place who frankly didn't initially feel that Star Wars was for girls." What are you on about? You're so full of shit. These people are so full of shit. I hate you so much. You don't know what you're talking about. But I tell you what, Kathleen Kennedy, my God, you chose absolutely the best person for the job here, didn't you? You really did choose the best person for the job. They get you. They understand you. They know exactly what you want to bring to the table. But I tell you what, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, this REY movie that nobody wants will go down in history as single-handedly the worst box office performance of any Star Wars movie ever, right? I'll bet you anything. Worse than Solo. Also, it will go down in history, in the history book, the annals of history, as the movie that revealed to the world you, Kathleen Kennedy, and Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, you have destroyed the Star Wars brand. The biggest brand in the world, arguably at one point. You have destroyed it. You have destroyed it. I cannot wait for when this film gets released. I can't wait for it because I'm going to do so many videos and hopefully I'll be able to buy a new car. I cannot wait. Anyway, if you're new here, please do hit subscribe, turn the bell notifications on. Also, if you enjoy what I do here, you consider supporting the channel a little bit further. We've got Streamlabs tipping. You can find it linked down below in the description box. Or consider becoming a Patreon. Please do consider those two avenues. We've got memberships on YouTube as well as Super Chats and things. But YouTube likes to take a cut and we don't want YouTube to get any more money. They earn enough and they demonetize enough of my videos. So, fuck them. Anyway, cheers guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.